G'day team, let's take this for round two right now. Hopefully this is coming through loud and clear. I'm just going to check a couple of things here. If you are here and listening, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. So if you're here, I want you to type live in the comments. And if you are watching this on the replay, please write replay below. Hey, so I did start talking before. We're going to jump back into it again here and now. Is that every client, every participant is on a journey, all right? And we really need to help them along that journey. I want you to think of yourself as the tour guide for part of the journey that this person is going on, okay? Because each participant, they need a hand. That's why they have got you in for services, or they are looking for services. But they are on a journey, and a level of that needs to be education, a level of that needs to be hand holding. This is the way that we go, and a level of that needs to be really, really interactive with them so that they are in control of what they're doing. However, so many people I'm talking to, participants included, don't know what's actually out there and available. And it really is up to you as a provider to be the expert in your field and understand exactly what you are offering so that you can show that to people and they can decide that's what they need and they want what you're offering. Problem is, so many people are obviously in the same boat providing the exact same services. So we start with that niche, all right? But when we talk about that client journey, we need to understand some really core principles here. And the first one of those is that out of that whole market that is currently available, I want you to really look at this idea that really only 3%, okay, 3% are really in the buy now stage. And this is really for any given market, really, because when you look at a participant's journey that they're on, they may currently have all the supports they need. So they're not currently looking for a new provider. Okay? It doesn't mean they won't need one soon, but right now they don't need one. So we're looking at 97% of this market don't need your services right now. They could be anywhere from literally just learning about the NDIS and learning about this journey that they're about to embark on, all the way up to here where they're going, who do I choose? And if we don't have a process for everybody from this point all the way up to this point, then we are not actually serving the industry as well as we should. In fact, dare I say, we're probably doing a bit of a disservice because there are people who really need the services that you offer, but they don't know about you because you are falling into a sea of the same provider, right? Everything to a participant looks exactly the same. There's a bundle of logos, there's a bundle of business names, and they're all in the same sort of areas. So what is different about you? I'll be honest, a really simple way to do this is education. And all of this area here, this is key ground for developing an information platform where you can educate participants, support coordinators on your services, plan managers. You can educate school teachers, allied health providers. You can educate anybody in that ecosystem of your ideal client, but particularly that participant you want to work with, helping them along that journey so they are really clear about what you do and there are no smoke and mirrors around that process. So if we start to look at this, we need to be able to build out that whole journey from point A to point B so that when they are ready to buy, you are the clear and obvious choice. That level of goodwill that is going to be operating in that space is absolutely imperative. Because as we've seen time and time again, people who are offering that pre-support, right? Pre-support means that they're not currently paying you for supports, right? And you are getting out there, you are developing some information, you are helping in the community. When you are the person who's doing that, the reciprocity is massive. It means that people say, you helped me, I trust you to continue to help me now that I'm giving you money to do so. So we really need to look at that idea. Hey guys, I see Olivia, Poppy, Jade, Thank you very much, guys. Good to have you here. If you're watching here live, comment live. If you're on the replay, watch the replay. So this idea of people, only 3% of the market are really ready to buy now. The other 97% need to be educated on what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how you do it. Again, we're going to remove all that smoke and mirrors. The issue is most people aren't looking at that process. So we're going to break that down right now. So let me bring up the worksheet here. I'm going to go to the worksheet. If you guys want this worksheet, please comment worksheet below. I will get it out to you with all the information that you need. But let's have a look at this now. So when we think about that journey someone's going on, they could be starting over here, right? So they're starting at that point A, and we need to help them get to that point Z over this side. And they're going to have a journey to follow this entire time of their time, navigating the beginning of the NDIS and getting set up, getting funding assessments done, finding out what's available, being through the hospital system, going to the GP, going for assessments. They're on a journey, all right? And remember, we spoke about that idea of, 3% of the market is really ready to go now. When we look at this here, a person who needs your services, all the way through to someone commencing with you as a provider, we're looking at that going, you know what? That's that 3%. They're ready to go right now. But this whole other area is really the level of education we need to look at. So if we are trying to figure out what journey this person's going on, there are any number of steps that could be here. I'm going to give you a few, because you may have some information for people at different stages of this process. But for instance, a person who needs your services, let's look at that, and maybe they have, they are new to NDIS, right? Newly acquired a disability, newly diagnosed disability. They don't know what it's like to go on to the NDIS. Then they're going to have like assessments. Okay, then we've got things happening like, the application process. What does that look like? That looks like a real hassle, to be honest. What assistance are you able to provide along that way? Okay, there is a level of education that happens all along this way. Education builds trust, okay? And information is currency, so be as generous as you can with this stuff. Along this journey, people are going to need to, learn the process of funding and finding the right support. So learn the process. Mary, yes, this will be available live afterwards. So, afterwards, just come back in, comment worksheet, and you'll be able to get all the details that you need. So, they've got to learn that process as well. And so as they go through there, they've got to look at, what does this look like? What's the next step I've got to go on? What's the next step? They need to know about, support coordination, plan management. Should I be self or plan managed? Or NDIA managed, right? What things are available, like just education on what's available. Because, I talk to people who say that there's no choice and control, and they're saying all the providers are exactly the same. Well, I know some providers that are doing really out there supports, which are absolutely fantastic, but they're not being seen really well. So that education, so what's available is really important, because if people aren't being told at what's available, let me get my spelling right, then it's really not visible. And if you're hiding behind a logo on a Facebook page, then you're really not doing anyone justice. People want to know what that whole, that system of supports looks like. What's that support network supposed to look like? Around them. What are the collaborations that are happening? Support network. How to choose a provider. How to, what are service agreements, for goodness sake, I've listed off, 10, 11 things here which are really, really, entry level to this sort of information. But I want you to think about when something was brand new to you, you had no idea about the process. Now, this might be second nature to you, but to a participant, this is all brand new and they've got no idea. And there's people yelling information at them all over the place, being led this way and that. How are you making this really simple to go from a person who need your services but don't know who you are or what's available to someone actually commencing with you? So if I could challenge you with something today, it would really be around the idea of how can I give before I get? How can I be generous with my time, effort, energy, and finances in order to help people before they even get to the point of paying me and becoming a client? And then if they don't, not being upset because you've done a good thing by giving. All right? Genuinely. Oh, hey, Kerry Ann. So good to have you here. Good seeing you again. Mary, fantastic. No worries. I'll make sure you get that at the end as well. Fantastic. So when we look at this whole process here, I would love to know what is the broken link or the bottleneck in your business. So let me jump back onto the screen there. What is that broken link or bottleneck? Okay. Like, for instance, are you relying on somebody literally just finding you and they're going, what services are available? Please pick me. Is that your marketing model? For instance, advertising on Facebook saying, I'm available, I have capacity. Why? Why should someone be choosing you? Look, be honest, if there's nothing different about you, admit it and find something that you can excel in and go and help people with that now. Because there is far too many providers who, to a participant, all look identical, and if they don't trust one of them, they're not going to trust any of them. So why should people trust you? Legitimately. And if it's upsetting someone, I'm really sorry, but it's probably for the best. I want you to be better so that people can understand and learn and develop. To give you a really out there look at this, I am here providing information for free that works right now that people are using to develop their business in the NDIS. Right? I don't get paid anything for this. And my hope is that everyone who's watching this will download the worksheet, go and do the work, figure out the process, and go and help a bundle of people. All right? But if not, I want you guys to make sure at least get this worksheet, go through it, have a good think about it. I'm in this particular service area. This is how I help people. What is this journey that a participant is going on? List it out. Make it plain, write it down. But I want you to think about that bottleneck because that is so, so important. Looking at that, it is one of the bottlenecks is that I don't know. Well, let me get a pen that works here. Brilliant. Is that I don't know the process. Great. There's a starting point. You need to know the process. And I'm going to be really honest with you. Do you know what an expert is? It's really, really simple to be an expert. You've got to be one step ahead of the person you're leading. Okay? One step ahead. So, if you don't know, go and know and understand the process. If another bottleneck is, I don't know how to get info out. Right? Great. Learn. Okay? Anything you invest in this space is an investment in your business. Because, to be brutally honest, if you're a really good nurse, but that's all you want to do, then you should go work as a nurse. If you want to own a business in this space, you need to learn how to do all these different things in order to develop your clientele, develop your business, and continue to grow. If you don't know who has the info that you need, then you need to get out and connect more. You need to get out, meet people, whatever that is. I want you to identify 2 to 3 bottlenecks or broken links in this chain. And again, this list that I've got here, right? This whole list here is just a few of the things that could possibly be in the roadmap of your ideal client and what they're needing to do. So I want you to go through and develop your own process here because, as I said before, wrong one, that one there. Let's press the right button for a start. That's the one I want. Nope, everything's gone. The joys of technology. when you have got this down pat and people are connecting with you, they're understanding, and you know exactly what that journey looks like, that's what I'm looking for, then you can really look at that process people are going through, understanding this idea that 97% of the market don't know who you are. They don't even know what they don't know. All right? This whole end of the market don't know what they don't know. And if they don't know you, they don't know what you do, they don't even know that your service is available, they are never going to be in that 3% that are ready to buy now with you. In fact, most likely, they're going to go with the largest provider that has the best advertising because they're the ones that they trust the most. My goal in this space is to help you as a really good provider to get the information out there, be generous with this, and actually help clients as much as possible. But you have a responsibility, provider, to be able to deliver this information that takes people from going, I don't know what's available, to being, I know exactly who I'm going to choose as a provider. Okay? So this is a bit of Uncle Paul giving you the whole slap around and saying, pull your act together, to be very honest, because each provider in this group, I believe, can do absolutely amazing things. But if you are going to sit behind a Facebook post and never go to a networking meeting and never step out of your comfort zone and say, I'm a really good disability support worker, that should be enough, I'm sorry, it's not. There is a rule, okay? And for instance, if you are a 10 at what you do, but you're a 3 at communicating, then you are always going to lose out to the 3 who can communicate at a level 10. Okay? Simply because people will trust them better. I want each good provider to develop a process where they can get the information in front of the right people, but you know the journey that they're going on. You've developed a plan. You know which way this person's going. You know the idea of, what people are coming up to review, they're going to need this information. I'm going to have information ready to go right now because people are halfway through their plans. They're going to need a plan review in 3 months' time, and they might need my services. So I need to have information out there that helps me stay top of mind and I'm as helpful as possible to them at no matter what stage they're at, whether they don't need me yet, but they need me in 12 months' time. All right? We've seen this consistently. Follow-up and support and education brings clients in the long term. It's called creating clients. If you want to get clients, go be in the right place at the right time. If you want to create clients, develop a client journey that you can actually walk someone along and understand what that will look like for a long period of time. Guys, if you want the worksheet from today, it's really straightforward. I can get that to you ASAP, because what I want you guys to do is actually physically write this out. When you put things on paper and actually write them out or download them on your iPad or whatever you do, right? When you write things down, it gives you the ability to make it plain and to make it actionable, right? I am not here to pat you on the back and go, there, good little provider, have some fun with that. No. Don't leave it in your head. Get it out on paper, make it plain, make it work. All right? So if you want the worksheet, comment below. Feel free to ask me questions. I would love to be able to help a couple of providers get through this process. This is something that we did in our Momentum Tribe program a little while ago, is developing that client journey, and the things that people have seen happen from that coaching group that we have is absolutely amazing, right? People actually developing whole new programs that helps people in all different stages of their journey and bring clients to their door, because these things are key across growing your business. So again, if you want this information, please jump in there, let me know, say worksheet, and I will get that to you ASAP. Guys, thank you so much. You've been a whole lot of fun, and I will speak to you later. Cheers. Bye.